Let's talk about what else you talked about in the stand-up. Toxic relationships.
Right.
You say you're in therapy right now.
I'm in therapy?
Yeah.
I'm in therapy, but my therapy is on stage.
Okay.
Yeah, my therapy is on stage, but and I'm not really a big therapy guy.
Oh, yeah? Well, I've done therapy. I'm actually in therapy right now.
White people, well, I will say we're breaking the stigma of mental health issues, and that's partially because of Charlamagne on the Breakfast Club.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a big mental health guy. And it's true that Black folks, we don't really look at that as an issue. We don't really deal with the problems we go through, and we find escapes in different ways. You know, you say you're going through something like, nah, I'm good. I just need to smoke a joint.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. I just need to get a drink. Nah, man, shake that shit up. Go get your dick sucked. You be all right. So we don't deal with, not as of late we starting to. I mean, as of now we starting to, but back in the day we didn't deal with it. We always thought that we could shake it off, and if you got problems, if you can't handle them, you a bitch. Don't cry and all that. But I will say, Charlamagne, for what I know, is on the forefront of erasing that stigma and people getting help, because we do need it.
Well, I mean, from my point of view, it kind of comes down to this. Everyone goes through something.
Yeah.
And everyone ultimately needs someone to talk to. And you end up probably talking to your friends, who most times are not the best people to talk to.
Right.
You know, your friend who's never in a relationship is the worst at giving relationship advice. It's always like, fuck that bitch, ain't gonna work out.
Right.
Right? And then your friend
I do subscribe to that sometimes.
Right. And then your friend got something on you. So then you're telling your friend how bad the relationship is, then you get back with her, then you have to kind of avoid your friend because you already told her how bad it is. And I'm just saying, when you have a professional who not only is there to listen, he's not going to tell everyone, he's not going to use it against you, and he actually has a certain level of expertise.
Yeah, but extreme people that's dealing with extreme toxic relationships, that they go back and forth, at some point they decide that I can't even tell this motherfucker that no more, because I know we probably get back together. And at some point you get to a point in a relationship where you're like this, nobody wants to hear this. So fuck it, I'll just keep it to myself. And that's probably more destructive than anything.
Right. And you brought up the whole narcissist term in the stand-up.
Overrated.
I've been called narcissist.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody has. I think like every man gets called narcissist at some point.
But I think the people that use that term the most are usually the narcissists.
The narcissist is calling you a narcissist.
100%.
Reverse psychology. Okay, I see what
reverse psychology. Because I've been in situations, because I really don't know all of these mental health words, right? And once I started learning and understanding what the true definition of those words were, I was like, wait a minute, it's not me, it's possibly you.
Mm-hmm. You've also talked about how toxic girls have the best sex.
Man, it might be tough for some people to understand, but some people do understand. Crazy bitches, pussy be fire.
Yeah, this is very true. Yeah.
And that is what makes it toxic.
Yes.
You know you're not supposed to be in this situation, but at the same time, it keeps drawing you back. It's not till you get to a certain level like, well, what are the consequences? I know this is fire, but the consequences of that, but some people like to dance, and some people will do it until you get to a point where like, that wasn't worth it. But crazy pussy is fire. I mean, fire. And to understand, and people assume if you with somebody toxic and you keep putting yourself mentally through the same thing, the first thing they say was, God damn, that pussy must be fire. Now, I'm telling you, like,
your response is, yes, it was.
Yes, it was. I mean, you say to yourself, there is no rhyme to reason why anybody would put themselves through this, but it must be fire. Shout out to all the toxic chicks out there.
What's the most toxic situation you went through with a girl like this?
Most toxic situation I've had.
The situation where you say, I can't believe I am here right now. I can't believe I'm here because of pussy right now.
That probably had to be in my 20s.
Mm-hmm. That's when it happens.
You know, when I just thought that it was what they call it the grip. That feeling that holds you on, you know, and I knew that it was probably not going to be a relationship forever, but I was just living in the moment. That's when you're in your 20s, that's when you don't give a fuck about anything. You're looking for the person with the bomb shit. When you're in your 20s, you're not really looking for nobody to build with. You're not even really looking for nobody to be madly in love with. When you're 20s, you just want to smash and dash. And usually those people are the toxic ones. Those women are the toxic ones.
So what actually happened? Did you have something just insane happen to me? Like, for example, I remember almost getting jumped by a bunch of like Hell's Angels over a girl that I was trying to hold on to that I was not supposed to hold on to.
I don't know if I've been in so many toxic relationships, I can't pinpoint one.
I've had, like 83 voicemails. And the emotion goes from angry to apologetic to happy to angry again, just crying to happy.
I think it was for me when I was very, very young and I lost my virginity. I think that, I don't know if that was a toxic relationship, but I realized it wasn't a relationship I was supposed to be in. Because that first smash, I thought I was in love. You could not tell me I wasn't in love. I was writing notes. I was writing poems. I was writing notes together, forever, success, for real, I love you, balloons and everything. But what I realized, one thing about toxic sex, it's not gonna just be for you. You can't have no toxic shit and not share it. And come to find out, what does that song say? Come to find out, she was fucking everybody. And my friend, this is when you can tell your friends is trying to save you from a toxic situation or something you shouldn't do. You say something like, so what do you say about so-and-so? What do you think about so-and-so? When they do like this and turn their head, when they turn their head and do like this, and they're like, oh no. And they go side to side, no eye contact. They saying everybody hit this, son. When they do that, I don't know, rub your face, or if you wipe it off like this, there's a chance that that person is not going to be in your future.
Okay.
She's in everybody's future.